Need regime change. Israel has so much control over Western society. The Jewish community has so much control over the world. Look at what they're doing in Palestine. Look at the wars they're engaging with Iran. And I'm a big Donald Trump fan, but I do not support the way that he is conducting himself with Israel, because I truly believe that they're very evil and they are Satanists. They are not Jewish.
Rhetoric. People underestimate the power of the words that we say. Since October 7, there has been such spiteful, hateful, anti-Semitic rhetoric by some influencers that they don't realize their far-reaching effect that is disastrous. Literally framing the minds of the young with fake news, with myths, with outright lies is not just disastrous, not just slanderous, but it's pure murder. We know what's happened in the streets of New York when two young, beautiful people were murdered after a young man was listening to the rhetoric, free, free Palestine. We know what happened in Colorado when some elderly got burnt by flames, by someone repeating the same rhetoric, free, free Palestine. A rhetoric that we allowed on the streets of America, on the campuses of America. Please listen in to this interaction with a youngster who we don't know who he is, but he has been influenced by the influencers of our days, and they don't realize how their rhetoric can be so dangerous and so defaming and so untruthful and deceitful that must be condemned. Please listen in together to this interaction and we'll discuss it afterwards. Please subscribe to this channel. A little bit of light pushes away a lot of darkness.
We need to be good civilians. We need to make the world a better place. And I'm not going to go any more extreme on my views because probably...
How's that extreme?
Oh, no. I'm going to... if I feel like I say what I'm thinking, it's going to be a little bit...
Tell us what you're thinking. Don't hide it.
Okay, I personally think that this is probably not going to get put on YouTube, but I reckon we should probably bomb Israel.
Why do you want to bomb Israel?
We need regime change. Israel has so much control over Western society. The Jewish community has so much control over the world. Look at what they're doing in Palestine. Look at the wars they're engaging with Iran. And I'm a big Donald Trump fan, but I do not support the way that he is conducting himself with Israel, because I truly believe that they're very evil and they are Satanists. They are not Jewish. And
so who are Jews? Who are the real Jews?
Who are the real Jews? I think that most people, if you take a Jewish community, I would like to think are probably persuaded by the propaganda of what Jewish culture is. I'm not that educated.
What's a real Jew though? You said they're not the real Jews. Who are the real Jews?
I would say probably like the average everyday Jew. But if you take like the Jewish...
But 95% of Jews believe in Israel. Because have you read the New Testament?
No, to be honest, bro, I'm a Christian, but I'm not that educated in Christianity. But if I was to take Jewish culture and some of the things that Jewish people believe in, as I said...
Like what?
As I said, I'm probably not that educated on it, but when I see Jewish people that are in power at the absolute very top level, I absolutely do not like what they're doing. I probably can't think off the top of my head, and I don't like to be the person that debates without an opinion off the top of my head. But
do you know? So you say you want regime change in Israel?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think I want regime change in most countries.
Okay, but do you know how you get regime change in Israel?
I think that's very difficult. I think that at the end of the day...
You know they did regime change 5 times in 4 years in Israel?
They did? Well, at the end of the day, it's like if you look at Netanyahu, what he's doing, he's not a very good person.
Hold on, but the regime change in Israel, because it's a democracy like Australia, happens at the booth.
Yeah.
But why? So you want to bomb Israel into regime change?
No, I'm not.
You said you did.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, probably, bro. I'm not completely educated on this topic, but I would
what I want to understand is, what do you think Israel is doing that's evil now?
So, I mean, they've started 2 wars.
Which ones?
Iran, Palestine. And let's be honest,
hold on. Wait, they started Palestine.
Yeah, because
Palestine happened on October 7th.
I understand that Hamas attacked them, but like, if you understand what's going on for years before, like...
What's happened?
Yeah, Israel have been pushing them so severely and so heavily.
How?
Yep. I mean, there's been a bunch of mini wars and there's been a bunch of conflict there.
How does every war start?
Conflict, obviously.
No, how has every war started between... When was Israel re-established? What year?
I don't know.
So 48. All right.
Yeah.
So
1948.
I hear you're passionate, right? But
No,
you
absolutely.
sound like you're passionate, but you
Yeah.
don't actually know what you're passionate about. Hamas, the terrorists, the Islamic terrorists that you say you don't like,
Yeah.
they went into Israel on October 7th.
Yeah.
They butchered 1,200 people.
Yeah.
They raped, they
Yeah.
kidnapped, they did all that stuff.
Got
They
to do
beheaded.
everything you
So-
possibly can to take out. You have to
What-
take out Hamas, obviously.
How do you do that? That's my question to you.
I mean, the absolute only way to do that is to put them in a situation where they have to surrender, or you have to take them out. You have
Like
to do-
what they're doing now.
Yeah, I know, but you have to understand the extent that they're going to. Like, they are going to an extent that is like completely diabolical. They are proper fucking warmongers. Like, they will do anything.
How many
to just
people have died?
completely- Huh?
How many people have died?
I don't exactly know. As I said,
So
I'm not
why
gonna
are you
comment.
so-
What's old as fuck now, man? What's going on? Fuck, you've aged, bro. What's going on, man?
4 kids.
Okay,
Four kids,
okay. What I'm going to say as well is,
But
okay, ready?
you're
Okay,
saying
yeah,
you're saying that
yeah.
they had to get rid of Hamas. I'm
Yeah.
just asking you a simple question.
I'm
How do you get that done? Because you're very passionate. You think they're killing so many people, right?
Yeah,
But in
absolutely.
comparison to every other war, even in surrounding
Yeah.
countries, it's nothing.
But
Why are you so passionate now about this one?
because one thing that I also understand, and I don't know the stats on this, right, is that I have a pretty general perception, and I do watch some stuff, and I form my own opinion.
Who do you watch, Candace Owens?
I love Candace Owens.
I know, I could tell.
I love Myron Gaines, and they call it.
I could tell.
Yeah, and absolutely, bro. Because do you know what's funny is like they are the two true speakers. They're
not.
They are absolutely.
They're not.
Because you know what?
They're lying to
No,
you.
they are not
Why are
right,
you
bro.
falling for Candace Owens and
Well,
Myron Gaines, who
no,
are
but-
telling you
because-
complete nonsense?
Because, bro, you can discriminate against any single person. I can discriminate against anyone. And by the way,
Have you been online lately?
what?
Have you been online
Yeah,
lately?
every single person that huh? I'm debating and telling them the Jewish community at the absolute top are evil, bro. At the absolute top, bro, is like, bro, you can.
Have you? No, what you're saying? You can discriminate against everyone except for Jews.
Yeah,
Have
if
you
you-
been?
if you're-
Hold
if
on.
you're- if you're a male
Have you
at
been
the
on the internet?
Yeah.
In the last 2 years.
Yeah, and do you know what happens?
And what are they doing on the whole internet? Is
Yeah.
doing what?
And what happens to every single one of them? They get fucking censored.
What are you talking about? Candace
Yeah.
Owens, you love,
And
is the
and she's had
biggest YouTuber.
She's had attacks on her life, bro. She's tried to be shut down.
She's a complete liar, but she's got the biggest YouTube channel.
She's not
biggest
a liar.
views.
She's one of the biggest true speakers you ever hear. What happened, bro, when she called out the First Lady just recently? Called out the First Lady for being a fucking man. And
What did she say would happen? Let me ask you this. What did she say would happen when Israel hit Iran? What would happen?
I haven't.
She said World War III straight away, thousands
Yeah.
will die. Why didn't it happen?
But do you not think that like right now we're almost in World War III?
No.
Do you not think that we're
No.
almost in World War III in
No.
this territory, bro? When there is this
She- no,
amount
no,
of
but
conflict,
she-
bro,
but she-
between this many countries,
But she
do you not
said
think we're almost there?
she said if Israel or America
Yeah.
targeted Iran, World War III would break out immediately. It didn't. Why do you still believe her?
Okay, so I would practically almost argue, in my opinion, I don't know the exact definition of a world war, but I would say in my exact but I would say in my opinion that it's like it's there or thereabouts a World War III. I would say it's very close, and I also understand that because Israel have the backing of a very strong president that is going to do what he has to do to make sure this doesn't happen, and because he's willing to go bomb or do whatever he has to do to make sure that Iran does not build nuclear weapons. That
Why hasn't Candace Owens talked about the Druze or the Christians right now in Syria really being genocided?
Well, but as I said, I'm not going to comment on things that I don't know. So do you know what I mean?
right
I'm
now,
not
so
gonna
why
go give
don't
you
you-
an opinion.
well,
I'm
so-
not
so
gonna
let
go,
me-
like, lie to a camera? Like, I'm not.
So what I
gonna-
want to say to you is
Yeah.
the fact that you don't know that
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
there is a real genocide happening in Syria
Yeah.
against Christians, so your people, against Druze, another minority,
Yeah.
by people that hate Israel. Why don't you know about that now? I'll tell you why. Because Candace Owens isn't talking about it because the Jews, Israel,
Yeah.
is actually defending the Christians and the Druze.
Well, as I said, I know, but as I said, it's like I'm not educated on that. I would love to do another interview.
Why are
where
you
I'll
not
go-
e- why are
where
you
I'll
not
go-
educated
where I'll
on
go-
that?
Because it's like, as I said, it's like.
Why are you only educated on one conflict? Because there are Jews involved. Why? Do you ask yourself that? Be
No,
a
but-
critical thinker.
No,
Critically,
no,
do you
no,
critically analyze what Candace Owens tells
No,
you?
but bro, but like what I understand, bro, is like I watch like I don't just watch them. I watch a lot of like different media outlets to form an opinion. I'm not sitting there.
You don't. You seem to only know what Candace Owens and Myron Gaines tell you.
Because absolutely, bro. Because they're what I watch the most. But I also watch like other media. No, but that's fine, bro. It's like
It's
it's
fine, but the problem is that you don't know right now.
Yeah.
There is a genocide actually happening that you don't know about
but-
because your two heroes won't talk about it because it goes against their narrative. They have conned you.
But do you not believe that the things that she pulls up, like, right, as I said, what I was going to say before, when you look at the French First Lady and she was saying that the French First Lady is a man, Brigitte Macron, what happened the other day in court? Got classified as the First Lady in a corrupt French system, classified as a man.
No, she didn't. Candace Owens says the court called her a man, but you haven't fact-checked Candace Owens. Why?
I mean, to be honest, I have watched the documentary of her breaking down. Like
No. Stop pivoting.
Yeah.
On the thing that she said in court,
Yeah,
I heard
no,
that.
fair enough.
She
I'm
told
not
you.
gonna- yeah.
She told you the court classified her.
Yeah.
Brigitte
Yeah.
Macron a man.
Yeah.
They didn't. So why do you keep listening to someone who every single episode lies to you?
I genuinely believe that she is the biggest truth teller ever.
Do you ever fact check her?
I like to think that I watch enough media.
No.
to be
Do
able
you
to
ever
inform.
fact check her when she tells you, go and check my source? Do you ever do that?
I mean, I think that she provides.
Do you ever go and look at her sources that she says to you to check?
I like to believe, and to be fair, to be fair, this is like a very fair argument. To be fair, like you have, to be fair, like you have got me to an extent. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And to be fair, I should definitely do more in-depth research. But what I'll say is, like, I like to think, especially when I'm watching them, when they break this stuff down, it becomes very obvious with the evidence that is put in front of them.
Put in front of you.
Yeah.
By them.
Yeah, sorry.
So a compulsive liar
Yeah.
keeps putting evidence in front of you,
She's
and
not-
you just fall for it.
Absolutely not a compulsive liar.
She is.
She's one of the biggest.
Candace Owens is the biggest compulsive liar on the internet.
She's one of the only people that calls it out, bro. Have
Like
you ever,
what?
Okay, ready? Have you ever noticed that there is a certain group of people that get demonetized from YouTube?
Me.
Yeah. So demonetized.
Me.
Yeah.
Not
That-
Candace Owens. Candace Owens is one of the only YouTubers that's been monetized the whole time.
No, fair enough, but there's been assassination attempts on her life.
Mate, I get assassination attempts on my life. Like,
Yeah.
you're preaching to the wrong person. Those things are not evidence of truth telling. Candace Owens lies to you every single episode, and you just fall
I
for
wouldn't.
it.
No, I wouldn't say that, bro, because at the end of the day,
She told you World War III was going to happen if Israel and America struck Iran. It didn't happen. She promised you. She said to you it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Why don't you hold her accountable?
Because I truly believe that, especially if Trump wasn't in charge and Trump didn't have the power and the authority.
She said Trump was going to cause it. She went against Trump. She said Trump's going to cause it. So why do you still believe her? Why do you give her a pass?
I do agree with that, but at the same time, I do watch like more media than just them to get like general percentage. I'll agree with you right now. They're the two people that I watch the most.
I know exactly what you watch,
Yeah.
and I know you don't fact check it, and you think she's a truth teller because you don't check
Most
that
de-
she's telling you the truth.
Most definitely. But
How
I'll
do
be
you
honest,
know she's a truth teller when you don't check if it's true?
I believe that she puts enough evidence in front of you, and like what she's putting in front of
But
you.
how do you know it's evidence when you don't double check that it's real and it's true?
Okay.
How do you know it's not just something she's making up
Yeah, no.
or something she's taking out of context?
I like to think that I'm open-minded and logical enough.
So I'm here to break
Yeah.
it to you, brother.
No,
that
that's
you're in
fine,
a
bro.
cult now.
Huh?
You're in a cult. The same cult that you thought the left were. You're in the crazy right wing cult.
No.
I am a conservative, proud Aussie.
Yeah, no,
and you
fair
can,
enough, bro, fair
you can get the
enough.
T-shirt here
So who are
at
you voting for? Who
rebelstore.com.
are you voting for? Pauline
Dot
Hanson?
at you. I like Pauline.
Yeah, Pauline Hanson, bro. Vote for Pauline fucking Hanson, blood.
See, the difference between Candace Owens and Pauline Hanson
Yeah.
is Candace Owens lies to you daily. Pauline Hanson has been honest from the beginning. She is what we call a proud Aussie that you can get this T-shirt at rebelstore.com.au and look as good as me, stand for something. But bro, like I'll tell you, you seem genuine.
Absolutely, yeah.
The problem that's happened in the last few years
Yeah.
is that we had this crazy left-wing cult.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely, yeah. Which
And now-
is far worse than what she's preaching, by
No,
the way.
it's the
far
same.
worse. Far worse.
Do you know
Bro,
what the hold on? Do
Yeah.
you know what the horseshoe theory is?
No, I don't know.
A horseshoe theory is here. That's the far left.
Yeah.
The crazies that got caught up in the cult.
Yeah.
Now that's the far right.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
you are. So
Yeah.
you and them, you're basically the same now.
Bro, at the end of the day, bro, I'm not going around preaching for people to fucking chop off their penises and be completely brainwashed.
You're just blaming the Jews for all your failures.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you are.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, you
I
are.
wouldn't say so specifically because I would like to think that I have Christian values, and I do not like seeing people being perceived in such a way that is gonna like absolutely ruin life. Like
No one's ruining your life.
No. Propaganda and the devil is absolutely so influential over not my life because I like to think
Jews love Christians. You're like, stop falling for that. You know who hates you is Islamic jihadists that Candace Owens doesn't talk about anymore.
I'm not disagreeing with you either, but it's like, bro, like
You've become the exact thing you used to hate. If you look in the mirror now, you're going to see that crazy leftist. You just turned into that on the other side. And that's all thanks to two people, Candace Owens and Myron Gaines.
Andrew Tate, the fucking goat. I would. Yeah, no. Oi, at the end of the day, bro. No. Oi, at the end of the day, I would love.
It doesn't look good for him.
No, that's fine, bro. I'm not. My ego is not involved in this. I'm happy to admit that it's a very.
I just say to you, honestly, but your mate's going to pull you away because he realises how it looks. But what I'll say to you,
I'm not going to get upset about it, bro. I'm not going to be embarrassed.
Go home. You don't need to be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed.
No, absolutely, I'm not.
What I'm saying is go home.
Yeah.
And realise that maybe you morphed into the thing you used to hate because these people that you've treated like they're gods and they can't lie to you have lied to you.
So let's go. What I'll say, bro. Wait, one more thing. What did
you say? What
I'd say, bro. What I'd say is.
What did you say? I can't hear what you said.
No, what I'll say, bro. What I'll say to the camera. I'm not happy. I don't.
Find out.
The thing is, I'd love to do more research on this, and if I ever see you again, I'd love to have another debate with you because to be fair, I could look at it from more angles. I'm never ever embarrassed or upset to admit when I'm wrong, and to be fair, I might be wrong.
You are wrong.
No, but it's fine, bro. It's like, I don't believe that I am, but at the end of the day, it's like, I would love to have another debate with you in the future if I see you around.
Educate yourself, and then you can message me, and then I'll happily debate all of those issues.
Fantastic, bro.
For everybody to know how the woke right and the woke left are the same thing, make sure to like, comment, and share this clip from St Kilda far and wide. And then if you want to ensure that I can come to the street more often, I'm going to pay our security. That's protectavi.com. I cannot do it without your help. Protectavi.com, and leave the rest to us, or to Daniel.
This is the effects of the rhetoric of the influencers of our time. You look at this young man and you realize how deceived he has become. And he called it out. It's like a cult type. Doesn't fact check anything. He just accepts the words as gospel that's coming out of the mouths of these influencers. And the way he talks about the Jewish people, I mean, really, we control the weather also? What else do we control? It's the same blood libel rhetoric that's been going on for generations and generations. And unfortunately, the social media has enjoyed the narrative to try to force these young minds to shift. And they have unfortunately done it successfully. But God willing, we will stand with the truth, and the truth will always perpetuate for eternal, because the truth is eternal. God bless you. God loves you.